2018 GSL Season 3. This is Rockshear.
We've got 3 great players, but we gotta get rid of one. One from the past, the world champion. The other one, the world champion from not that long ago.
Yeah.
2 world champions.
2 years versus
It's only the
6
round of
years.
32 at GSL. I mean, no big deal. We got to get rid of one of them right away.
Man, it's a lot of world championships in the group. Okay, so ByuN versus PartinG. I mean, you gotta think ByuN will take it, but PartinG's no slouch.
I'm going with PartinG on this one.
Yeah?
I think he's got some down and dirty, sneaky builds.
Okay.
The real concern is going to be Zest, who is angrily waiting
Angrily.
in the final match.
I don't want to see Zest anger.
After losing to Impact. A lot of probably floating anxiety for all 3 of these guys.
Yeah. Only one player gets out, and I could see any of the 3 getting out.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what's crazy
PartinG
about
is
it.
the least likely. But if ByuN beats PartinG, like, I think ByuN Zest is an okay match. ByuN's been playing pretty well lately, but yeah, I guess Zest would be the favorite for sure.
Let's see, though. You know, PartinG has overall, build order-wise, looked excellent. I think that he got completely flipped in Game 3 against Zest, but Game 1 and 2, he was doing fine.
Yeah, no, I thought he played a good series.
He almost held off that rush against Zest and could have won, and it would have been Impact versus PartinG there, but...
Well, I want to see how he plays here, because it was always like very much a control-based Protoss player.
Yeah, he likes pressure builds a lot.
Yeah, but really, ByuN has had some of the best micro of any Terran forever.
That's
basically.
true.
Like maybe Maru's there now, and Innovation's got really good micro now, but wouldn't he out micro? Well, certainly the level has risen since PartinG played. Of course, he is back. He's practicing hard and stuff, but to be honest, I watch every PartinG clip that pops up on Reddit because he's hilarious, but I haven't watched his personal stream, so I'm not completely aware of exactly how good PartinG is right now compared to these guys.
Yeah, the thing about ByuN as well is that he's not just great with control, but with very small numbers of units, he's good. So maybe if PartinG tries something crazy early on, it doesn't matter. ByuN Supermans it, and I don't know. You know,
Battle of the Red Watches.
that's right. Who had the better red watch? Who had the better red chair?
Oh boy.
Who had the better red banner of their respective race? We're going to find out as PartinG our Protoss against ByuN our Terran. One of these 2 former world champions is about to be knocked out of the GSL Coda. So we're going to start this out on Lost and Found, then Catalyst, and if we have a Game 3, Acid Plant.
Yeah, hoping to have that Game 3. I want to see either of these guys go home too quickly, that's for sure. ByuN not having won a game yet tonight, having a hard series there against Impact. First PartinG with the sickest mind game that we've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, let's see what PartinG does. Is he going to go for a standard PVD or something crazy? I think the latter.
I think he's going to be crazy this series, man.
Our game is loaded up. Game 1, PartinG versus ByuN.
Match 1. Fight.
Okay.
Proxies everywhere.
Of course this was going to happen.
2 probes going out.
Why did we not call this ahead of time with these 2 guys?
Well, if both of them are going to proxy, that's just crazy.
It's actually pretty uncommon for us to see that either. Imagine that probe had actually spotted that, by the way.
It's a cannon rush. Oh, God,
my
I've heard about
God.
this one. Haas used this. I believe he could be special with this build on this map. Oh, my God. And it's against a proxy. There's not even any units over here. And the thing is, he can just make a single cannon in his probe line, and a Reaper won't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so I think very high odds that that Protoss just takes this, but
yeah,
let's see.
For sure, this is
now there's a way to block that cannon off. So look at this. He's PartinG already knows what's going on.
Yeah,
he already knows.
It's funny where he put that though, isn't it?
Well, I think he might have a plan to put a second one down there.
Oh, just 2 cannons straight up?
Yeah, because I believe
you're right. Yeah,
it blocks off the Reaper from going around, unless I guess you had a ton of Reapers.
Yeah, no,
but
you nailed it. That's
Okay.
well, I think that PartinG's got this, right?
Now, with it just being cannons, you can float your command center somewhere.
It's a good point. You definitely can do that.
But if you get underneath the command center, now, by the way, ByuN's making a factory. Oh, that's actually kind of in the wrong spot. But I guess if it finishes, it seems like it's more important for ByuN to try to mine minerals and gas and then pick up than to do anything else.
Kind of makes sense.
You know, what does he want to get with that factory?
Yeah, Ro. Well, yeah, I guess you can work on that. I don't think you're going to kill it before he can get a unit out.
So he's going to land it over here. Now, the problem is I feel like this is going to have diminishing returns because you just make another pylon and cannon rush that.
Yeah, you can continually cannon push up to this. But eventually he can float it to another base and you can like drill your SCVs through.
Now the dream for ByuN would be to kill that Nexus with one Reaper.
That would be the dream.
That would be the dream.
Hey, and he's making a Cyclone right now, so actually he's going to come up and kill the Nexus. He lost the Reaper somehow. Oh my god. Brutal.
Yeah, what is with the placement here?
Yeah, but when the Cyclone comes up, the Nexus is dead. Right?
Well, he's not going to come up, though. He's going to come back.
Am I crazy? That for sure.
Well, I mean, there's no gateway yet, right? There is one gateway. I'm sorry, of course. So it's down there.
He needed cannons at his ramp taste, so he needs to learn from BGHers.
I know.
He needs to learn from people who've just played this game for the first time. There's a lot of people watching him. They're like, I would have beaten this because I think my cannons are
I know it is better than he does.
Yeah, that Nexus is gone, my friend. This is the weirdest game ever.
Now, hold on a second.
Oh, of course.
He beat me to it. I was going to say he could just make a Nexus there.
This is so crazy, man. Look at this. He's making a Cybernex core. He's like, yeah, I got to tech up.
So most of these SCVs are stuck there. Just trying to buy a little bit of time. Keep in mind that that can't quite heal.
Oh my god, if he actually could get a surround there. He kills that Cyclone, the game is... Oh, okay.
Well, he should have with his second one out here.
What a wild game. I'm loving this series already, man.
I still think PartinG's okay, though.
Yeah.
He gets it.
He'll hide these behind, and then he'll recall when he...
Yeah.
You know, when he gets the Nexus finished.
Seeing if he can't fish out these Cyclones to get closer. I was wondering, can you actually get it? If you get it just perfectly at the tip. Yeah, there you go.
He's got to threaten it because he needs his thing to finish so he doesn't lose too many probes. All right.
Okay, it's unpowered and the Stalker doesn't get out. This is so crazy. And now he can get so many probes. Before that recall's done, the recall's pretty far away.
Yeah, it is. He's going to lose almost every probe. Holy crap, that is a lot of damage.
Goodbye. But...
All right, how many made it? Not that many,
He killed off 10.
Well, he has enough to just go kill those SCVs now. Look at that, another cannon. Oh my god, what a game!
Yeah.
We need more people like this, man.
Yeah.
Like Hass and PartinG making these games so
This
crazy.
is a real trend, though, is some of these builds that people see on lower tiers and ladder that players try to not learn. It's like, well, you know.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they were popular to begin with. Okay, now there's one Reaper here.
This is so funny. The Reaper comes back.
Yeah, but the thing is that he has enough... Oh, no, he does not have enough minerals to get a Stalker yet. His gateway's not even done.
He'll get enough. Yeah, he doesn't have a gate. Oh, my God. This is so crazy. And what can the Cyclones do? They can't do anything,
We don't really get to cast this kind of stuff, guys, so this is actually a lot of fun. So, he's got the Reaper there, but one Stalker... beats this, and he's going to have a warp gate. Now, I would be more conservative with these probes.
What am I watching here?
Okay, now he needs to block that Reaper!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, PartinG's not microing this. Okay. He's just going to try to get all the SCVs. It's only 2 workers left for ByuN, now 1, and I guess that's just going to be it. Okay, here we go! Oh my god! That's it. That's it. He did it.
It was, you know, he had to try it, but that is that. Nothing left for ByuN. He has 95 minerals.
ByuN looking at his monitor, he's like, okay. GG. He's actually laughing about it.
Oh, man. The builds that PartinG's bringing today, I am loving it. Cannon rush against Terran.
What works, works. PartinG gonna go to another break.
Yeah, he needs a break after that, man. That was a stressful one.
Back on Team Liquid, looking up strategies Diamond players don't know how to beat, saying, there it is.
There it is.
That's the answer right there. It was hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
The disrespect thrown at ByuN. He's the world champion.
So strong. Just so impressive.
Losing that game like it's a ladder
Yeah.
game you play when you're hungover and then decide to not play for the rest of the day. So, pretty brutal. But how many more tricks can you do like that as Parting?
Well, I hope a couple more. Like, I want to see him
least for
keep
today.
doing like crazy cheeses.
He's making my night interesting.
I mean, I heard about that cannon rush. I hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But it seems pretty clear that, that people are taking lessons from Haas at this point.
Well, it's so funny because everybody practices so much of the late game theory that to just throw this out, especially when there's so much pressure, right?
Yeah.
Because with cannon rushes, you have to handle it perfectly.
Basically, yeah.
There's not a lot of gray area for
Especially at this level, right? Like, on the ladder, you're going to hit people that are just trying to cannon rush to get a free win, right? But, like,
Yeah.
At this level, you know that PartinG is going to have this mapped out, like, completely.
Yeah.
Right? So he even knew, he's like, okay, I buy a Nexus over there, I recall my probes.
Yeah. That's
I
what's
built
funny about
2
it.
extra cannons at the ramp so you can't run up it, and, you know, things get out of control. So when you hit that, if you haven't prepared for it, oh, man, that is such a tough game to win.
I wonder what would have happened if Terran tried to evacuate way earlier and land the command center somewhere else.
Yeah, I wonder.
And then have the Cyclone there to defend. Maybe you actually win that. I'm not sure at all, but
Maybe. He can't afford the Cyclones, though, at all if he doesn't keep mining, because he had to build 2 depots because he lost his depot.
But maybe you get those 2 Cyclones. You get. You could have. Could you have killed that with just 1 Cyclone? The Nexus, or does a Stalker come? I guess the
yeah, no, you
Cyclone
could
still
have
beats the
killed
Stalker, though.
it with 1 Cyclone. Absolutely, yes.
I'm just wondering. I
1
don't know.
Cyclone kills the Nexus.
Do it again, Party. Let's break down these cannon rushes. See
Well,
Party talk
I don't think we'll see it here on Catalyst.
He's channeling the energy of unorthodox builds. Parting's like that guy that doesn't do his homework but gets A's anyways. ByuN's on the dean's list. He's got all of his school letters on his jacket or whatever.
Match 2, fight.
And what is
Parting
PartinG?
drops out of college and opens up Facebook and
Man.
yeah,
Sells your data to the Russian
that's
people.
right, exactly. Sells it to Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah, that's
ruins the world. What are his probes doing in his base?
Storm Gaming.
Doesn't he know the meta?
PartinG.
We're supposed to be making a pylon outside of his ramp. Party.
Yeah. Well, that's the real trick, isn't it? ByuN can't be too happy today.
ByuN.
ByuN, the guy who tries to play the game correctly. He brings his binder to school. It's got the different colors for the different classes he takes. He has a planner that they gave him at school. He writes all his homework in there. ByuN goes to the public school bathroom, smokes cigarettes, then aces the test.
You mean PartinG?
Yes, sorry, PartinG. I'm getting my players swapped here. 2 different worlds.
They are definitely from different worlds.
One guy has been playing and practicing, working on his micro.
And you know who's waiting for them? The valedictorian leader of the football team.
That's right.
Zest.
That's right. He's got good grades.
And his
He's
dad's
good
going to get him
looking.
into Harvard no matter what.
That's right. Even
And
if
he
he
deserves
has
it,
that
too.
DUI, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's a superhuman. Look at this. Look at how afraid ByuN is. He's afraid.
Get that probe away from me!
He's got to get out of there now. You do not want to lose that probe.
Oh!
You got to be kidding me.
Bam, 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 bam.
Losing that probe is no good. No good. Okay, so just the Nexus is on the way. Pretty standard openers. Do we just see a normal game? Is it possible?
Maybe.
I don't think so. I think that PartinG's just going to, like, do something really crazy.
But what if he does?
just plays a normal game?
This is the ultimate.
What, he goes like Oracle into Blink in a third base?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just esports peacocking. He's like, I can do everything.
Yeah.
He knows all the trivia about the game.
Ask me a trivia question about the game.
Name 3 Terran generals.
Hold on, no, I got this. Edmund Duke.
Okay, you already beat me. I was only
All right.
knowing.
Arcturus Minsk.
Yeah, that's one you should get. Who's the main character in the game?
Oh, wait,
Whose
Stukov, right? Stukov.
Yeah, Stukov works. There you go.
All
Very
right.
good. All right.
Damn, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Damn. Tasteless, get out of here, man. You thought you could get me, you couldn't get me.
Well, the Adepts coming in. We have a Robo and another gate.
All right, 3-gate Robo right away here. That Reaper actually getting some real work done. Jeez.
That's a ByuN Reaper.
Yeah. Oh my god, he got 3 kills. That's crazy.
So, we're still waiting to see exactly what PartinG wants to do.
Well, I think he's going to make a Warp Prism.
Oh, he's just going to go for it. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, if you get a Robo and 3 gates right now...
Yeah, you just want to pressure.
Yeah, it just has to be. Nothing else makes sense.
Well, it's also PartinG, too.
Yeah, he's
That's
good.
That's a wise decision by him to do something like that. So we have that Cyclone out there by ByuN to try to keep that away. More probes are coming down now. Stim starting here for ByuN. And some of this is going to be how he tries to defend. Let's keep our eye on that Warp Prism, by the way. It's not like that is intended to hit a Warp Prism, but it absolutely could, just based on where it's planted.
The Cyclone kind of going around the wrong direction. The counterattack with it might actually do a lot, though. We'll see.
Well, let's see.
Oh, this could be a huge
Here we
hit.
go.
No.
Oh, look at that.
Micro.
It's like, no, I know this exactly. I'm PartinG.
Yeah.
Quiet, Artosis.
Now that Cyclone going, I mean, he just used his full warp in, right? The Cyclone going for the counterattack could actually do a decent amount of damage.
Well, he's going to pull away right away.
Yeah. And he has to warp in some units at home now, so that's pretty annoying.
But the elevator up inside the main here is kind of scary.
Yeah. That's a lot of Stalkers.
Stim is not done, by the way, and he could end up denying Stim. And this controller from PartinG is so good.
Picks off that Marauder immediately here. SCV is being pulled with the Marines.
Okay, now this is,
so, too.
You can't quite ferry all of this out, at least not with these here. Oh, miscontrol there by PartinG for a second. Oh, but he makes up right there. Beautifully done.
Okay.
Takes out 5 SCVs and is going to loop around.
Not bad. And at home, he lost maximum 1 probe since we didn't see it pop up. Ah, going into Disruptor Tech immediately. Oh, this is a good type of strategy for PartinG. He kind of utilizes some of his good aggression and nice micro there. Gets a little bit of pressure done. Kind of holds a little counterattack at home, and Disruptors they seem like a unit he would really like.
Well, it's interesting, too, because PartinG is not copying what other players were doing when he was not in the GSL. He's kind of coming here with his own builds. Then again, this guy did invent the Soul Train to win 2012 World Championship.
Yeah.
So
won a hell of a lot with that.
Stim's almost done, though. And that's where it's much harder for Protoss, especially on that high ground area, to try to... You can't quite assert yourself up there, because you stim and that Warp Prism can disappear. Now, a scan here...
It's a big scan to see exactly which tech is coming down. All right, so Prism speed immediately. I think ByuN is completely aware of what he's going to have to fight against here.
He's going to try to come in again. So he picks up.
I like how he didn't show Stim.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point, Artosis.
Yeah, I think he's waiting to see if there's going to be an overextension. Because if there's not, you actually won't catch it.
Okay, so he goes ahead and glides by that Warp Prism. Now that signals to PartinG that an attack is about to happen. And he's going to come out here and try to intercept this. Now let me see where this is headed. Because this actually might just get punished. And it possibly should be if he's just going to come and beeline like this. Now there's no Stim.
Oh man, he's actually picking off a lot of units. Even if he doesn't get the medevac, he's completely stopped the drop for now.
Yeah, well, is he going to try to loop around here? And he's going to try to get this with the Warp Prism. Now the Warp Prism is a little bit quicker. Huh.
What is that?
I don't know. I think that was a bad rally. I think it was on the same rally the Observers were on.
I think you're probably right.
Oh, this is just...
Well, that's exactly where he wanted
this is going to happen. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh! The juking and the jiving. Oh my god.
That was a cool little L move he did there.
Yeah. Well, he attacked with that like it was a horse.
Yeah. That jumped right over the one Marine meant to draw the shot.
ByuN thought that was a bishop. That was a horse, my friend.
But that was a pretty big win. And I guess he's going to try to move forward anyways. Hold on. We need to... I'm actually so surprised he's trying to push this over here.
Yeah. Well, he sees so many Stalkers in the main. I guess he figures there's not many units. Oh, good micro from ByuN.
By the way, Blink's almost... Well, Blink's actually starting here.
Look at him just reduce that Stalker count so quickly.
He gets that one Disruptor.
Oh, man. Disruptor's hitting one Marine is not good.
Try to actually draw a shot away here. Battery goes down. I think that, well, hold on. Looks like he was trying to fake drop it into the main here. Now, there's an army that's going to go into the natural. I don't think there's anything here, right?
Yeah,
okay,
if he doesn't have good disruptor hits, this game is going to end in ByuN's favor.
Blink is about halfway done. If Blink were done, this would be a different story. He could start to micro and try to put down these warp prisms. Now this Nexus is probably going to be taken out. I don't think we have any more warp-ins over there.
All right, he's picking off the medevacs, but losing the third Nexus plus this many probes, PartinG's down to 36 workers.
Oh, man. But, you know, I like the idea of what PartinG's doing, but in its application, it's actually not that strong.
Well, you're playing a micro war against ByuN. This
Yeah.
is like the only person you really don't want to do that against.
Okay, he's going to try to come out here. Looks like he's, yeah, that's going to be it. GG.
Okay. Okay. That one not working so well. Does he have a cannon rush for map 3?
That's what I'm wondering. Well,
yeah, I like the idea behind that. You see why there's different standards that Protoss uses, right? You don't see openers that look like that generally, because when Terran holds it and they get stim, oh man, it becomes tough. Like you said, if he already had Blink, which would be a much more common opener, then suddenly a lot of this doesn't really do that much. You know, he's catching medevacs, he's forcing him back much more quickly. He's possibly punishing ByuN, and then ByuN can't really push effectively at the third when all the units are there.
Yeah, it was probably not the best strategy to do against ByuN, but I see that what PartinG does is he's just looking at this entirely in his own way.
Yeah.
Problem is there's also a reason why we don't see, for instance, that strategy really used. Now, ByuN's asked for a little bit of a break, and that is understandable because I think these games have been so weird, and you almost have to pull back and be like,
well, they're mentally
what is
challenging
going on
games
here?
Because they're so outside the box. You really have to think during them, where a lot of StarCraft is kind of like in your subconscious mind, kind of. You're like so used to certain things happening, so that when these crazy things occur, that it will tire you out more quickly.
You can absolutely be, even at the top level, a little bit automated with your responses because you know usually all the branches, all the forks in the road, and you know you identify that, and you don't usually, especially as far as builds like this, you're not usually trying to think on your feet. Usually, if you're having to really think on your feet in a top-level game, it's like a base trade or a situation where both players can't quite mine for a little bit, and then they're remaking workers and starting over. Here, I mean, that was a stalker push into a disruptor, which is, don't take this the wrong way when I say this, not a thing right now in the meta. It doesn't necessarily mean it's horrible when you have a world champion returning and bringing builds and strats back like this. It's going to make a lot of players think, but there's a reason why we probably won't see it much more.
No, I don't think it's something that's ever going to become standard, but this just makes me think about how much of an advantage Zest is gaining, because just the amount of, you're already putting out so much energy playing StarCraft at this level, and the fact that you have to start thinking this hard after every game, that we've already had 2 breaks after 2 games, right?
That is true.
Both of them are just like, oh my God, this is so difficult right now, because the games are so weird. And, you know, like you said, I'm sure anyone at home, if you've ever played these weird base trades where you have to get really creative and stuff, or you're not mining like you said, those are the exact situations where you can't really be on autopilot, right? And those, as anyone knows, once you actually play those games, you're like, oh wow, I need to just sit for a minute, you know?
Yeah. Usually, like, if I have a game like that, I'll stand up and kind of pace.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what happened back there?
Yeah.
What's going on? But we don't let for too much downtime here in GSL. 2012 World Champion versus 2016 World Champion. One is about to be eliminated. ByuN with his standard brilliant control, some of the best in the whole world. PartinG with his own style, his own builds. He's a risk taker, he's a gambler, but he's won the whole world before. He could do it right here, right now, in this losers match, putting him up against Zest, GSL Codex champion and finalist.
Match 3, fight! Storm Gaming, PartinG.
I want to see him do that Immortal and that Haas did in PBT against Kellisher. That was so much fun. That was so cool. I feel like PartinG would be good at that build.
Yeah. I would love to see something like that.
ByuN.
Well, we'll see. It's a pretty standard scout timing coming out of Parting. ByuN not scouting quite yet.
Every time I watch these probes come out of PartinG's base, I'm like, what does it mean, though?
Well, this first one should be for a scout. If you send it after Gateway, it's generally nothing too crazy going on.
Artosis, I don't want you to count PartinG out for doing something crazy weird. He might send this probe out now and then send another one to proxy. Okay. The mind games are real.
Yeah, they have been.
Sometimes sending the first probe out and then hiding another one on the map is intentional because it forces the Terran to follow that initial probe and focus their attention on that. But so far, I think you might be right. It's looking normal.
Yeah, the one slight difference is Cybernetics Core before the Nexus. So his tech is a little bit quicker, and his Nexus just a little bit slower. Generally, that's just reversed, that order there. But he does only have one gas. It looks like he's mining out of it more heavily, more quickly than you normally see.
That's right, the Age of Haas is here.
It's very true. That's what we're seeing.
You know, in Chinese culture, every year has an animal.
Oh my god,
right?
yeah.
Like I'm the year of the rat.
Yeah.
This is the year of the Haas. If you had a baby this year...
Yeah,
well,
sorry, Harston, move over. It's Haas's year. Haas, by the way, on the last few seasons on the brink of qualifying for GSL. Last season he was in 2 decider matches for it. Barely lost, like 1-2. Maybe next year, Tasteless. Alright, Stalker being chrono boosted out right now.
And here comes that Reaper, doing a little bit of damage. Won't be too impactful. And as it's chased away, we have the Zealot Legs upgrade building coming out. See how much easier that is to do?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Until he gets Blink or
it doesn't matter.
Glaives.
You can get Blink and Glaives to Artosis. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
It still gets legs. It's not wrong.
Oh, nice micro there by ByuN. Showing off why he is so great at it. What do you think this is? Because he's making a second Stalker, which doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, well, the Stalker can just be to try to stop scouts, right?
Yeah. This even could be like a Dark Shrine, which would be kind of funny.
Uh-oh. This Adept's going to go down. But he did get some Marines.
It is the Dark Shrine.
Sometimes when you see stuff like this... Okay, there it is. So DTs. And there's the probe that is going to make the pylon to warp this in.
So... you don't see DT rushes very often in this matchup. It is nice and fast. It looks like he's going to get the Prism to go along with it. And generally when you go DT rush, you kind of need to get an Immortal behind it or you're going to die to the counterattack.
So he's still looking. Oh my god. Quick vision check?
Oh. He might still find it, but... Oh, that's... Oh my god. Is ByuN going to lose in the round of 32 because his Reaper was a millimeter from that?
Yeah, he is, Artosis. He's going down.
StarCraft 2 is so unforgiving, man. Oh my god.
I feel like this is a bad movie where you're like, that doesn't happen at the pro level. And then it's like the Reaper scouts exactly in the complete and total space a pylon takes up, and it's just this donut circle with a pylon in the middle that he doesn't see.
Brutal, man.
The Reaper's on surround the entire time in the donut circle where the pylon is and just goes right around before it sees the warp in.
Right, 2 DTs. I don't see any missile turrets being built as of yet. Oh.
Deets coming out, son.
Yeah, the amount of Stalkers he's seen, I would think it's Blink.
Yeah. Well, it is
definitely
Blink,
don't
too.
think it's an Oracle coming.
It's Blink later on.
Yeah. It's Blink
of course, because you already have the Zealot Legs upgrade building.
Every game that goes on long enough is Blink 2, to be fair. Oh, jeez. No scan right there. That other one's about to have one.
Oh, it gets inside the main.
All right, he just needs to keep these split. They need to be in different locations.
ByuN jerked around in his chair. I looked back and saw, okay, the scan goes down, but the...
Oh, no. Oh,
see you
no.
later,
If you
alligator.
scan, you must kill the DT.
What, don't? Attack something.
Get those destructible plates.
Uh-oh.
Stim is...
Wait. Oh, is there...
Yeah, there's a turret in the mineral line.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay. I mean, I like this position for PartinG for sure, but ByuN is not dead. He's
No.
absolutely not
Well,
dead, and he's
again-
going to have Stim, which is a great counter to DTs.
There is a reason why you don't normally see DTs, is that even if they get in, you know, with scan, which is going to be there eventually, if it's not there already, you can clean it up. Now, it looks like he wants to use the DTs as a pin, so if Terran leaves, he drops that in again.
The front is defended really well, so drops seem to be the only way, but ByuN has a lot of missile turrets. He's sending out a drop. He sees a drop coming out. That's really good for parting.
Ooh, nice drop there. Gets the 1DT out. Starts shaving off some of those Marines. Blink's about 10 seconds away from finishing. There is a third base being taken, and a lot of gateways are coming down. There's 6 more here.
Yeah.
There wasn't a DT in the main, was there?
Yeah, there was.
There
one.
was.
He
Okay.
left one on the very edge. This. Just trying to force scans. I'll get you. Oh.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Almost lost the warp prism.
Okay. Well, he gets the DC, so that's nice. Charge on the way as well as an Immortal. This is so many gateways as well. And notice how there's no forges.
No, there's no intention of having any vitality in a late game.
No. This guy is not looking to have this turn into a game where he has Colossus, Storm, Tempest walking around the map. Look at that, 3 sentries on the way. Yeah, I know what you're up to, Parting. So what Parting is going to do here basically is he's going to have this very overwhelming army. If ByuN moves out, then I think Parting will win this game.
Here's the thing, Artos, is ByuN is known for being the guy who moves out. Now, one thing that has even been criticized about ByuN is he kind of just plays with his units more so than trying to play against the player or in some cases the opener, like he's doing it right now.
It's very true.
Now, that being said, maybe he can still just win a fight here anyways. I don't know.
Yeah, and to be fair, when they open DT, they're low on units, right? This is part of the reason why Parting had to... Wow. I mean, that's a lot of energy used there, a lot of damage done. I don't like this from Parting right there.
Yep, Parting doing a little warp in over here to try to catch some of these units, but it seems like this calculus was a little bit off.
Oh, taking a lot of damage from that high ground there. Good moves by ByuN.
Oh, not bad. Forces a cancel. That's something.
But yeah, so Parting kind of had to play like this as well. He does now get his 2 forges up and going, but you get very low on units if you go DT. It's just so expensive. It's you know, you get the prism as well. He's made like he's made 6-7 DTs so far this game. So you can see his army is actually just kind of weaker than ByuN's right now. So I understand why ByuN was moving out there, but Parting now has a solid probe count. He is getting upgrades, charge, blink, good stuff going on for him.
Okay, you know, some of this does go back to the denial of that command center. The third base is pretty important, and Parting did take his third base. He is now getting that 1-1 here. So neither player able to achieve what they wanted to initially.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to find out how Parting goes in an honest man's game.
Yeah, he's playing pretty solid macro right now. Like, he's got a pretty good probe count. You know, the fourth Nexus being made, and
oh, look at this.
ByuN didn't start 2-2, so this might be one of those games where the Terran player never gets 2-2. That went out of style recently, but ByuN might feel like he has to play like that here.
Okay, we have a fight up here. This seems to be just too much meat in the Terran's army. He force fields off, try to make sure that the pursuit can't go in any further. I do notice a little bit that ByuN doesn't seem to be the cleanest guy late game. He really wants to get in there early on and try to harass and juke and jive.
Certainly his style. They've got similar army supplies right now, and the upgrade's just finished here for Parting. Wow, nice snipe. I don't think ByuN breaks him at all right now, and if he doesn't break him right now, he's got to do it soon.
Hey, by the way, there's DTs in both of these expansions, so the CC can't land, which means ByuN is going to be punished if he actually tries to commit up here and doesn't do damage. Well, the Liberation Zones are pretty sick, though.
Yeah, they are. He gets into a pretty good position there, but Parting does have enough to force it back.
Ooh, this is bad.
Too.
Don't overextend, though, Parting. He's coming down now, and he's still chasing him. I don't know about that force field.
Got 3 Immortals there, so very hard for ByuN to actually do anything.
Looks like ByuN wants to pick up, maybe go to the 12 o'clock position. Thing is, I'm worried that if that drop does not do anything, not only Will it be eventually held since he recalls back here? But also, I think the follow-up, guys, is that PartinG can push when that third base eventually lands.
Yeah. He's getting +2 armor right now, and that is a gigantic upgrade for him. With ByuN not getting any additional upgrades, like if you have an additional armor over their attack and you just make a bunch of Zealots and you have Guardian Shield, well, those Zealots don't die very easily.
Look at this. He keeps slow dripping DTs in here. And he wants these scans to come down. It's going to be less mules. Means he's just getting a little bit less. Now he's going to come up here and try to warp in. Supplies are growing pretty quickly here. That armor upgrade that Artosa was talking about is coming. Now he's going to have to back up here since there aren't enough Stalkers to take on the Liberators.
He's got to be careful about that. With all those Immortals just taking so much damage. Liberator's definitely dealing some back, though. Good micro from ByuN on both sides.
Man, this Immortal. One Immortal goes down. That's pretty huge. Oh, but this DT is still slicing away at these SCVs. And really, PartinG is punishing the fact that ByuN likes to lean too hard on his opponent. A lot of players warp in Zealots and try to send them in to kill off workers. What he's doing is he's really forcing ByuN to focus on not just his army, but any of these cloaked attacks up here. And now this counter push is coming through, and I actually think he might be able to close it.
Yeah, he might be able to. Those Stalkers in the way of these Zealots. Those Zealots could have done so much damage in here. Finally, they blink back.
No War Prism here for Micro, but I don't know. Okay, here it comes. It's in here now, and it's too late. GG, wow. 2012 beats 2016. Retro champions are back.
The good old days were good, I guess.
That's right.
PartinG winning against ByuN 2-1. That's really impressive. It's kind of sad in one way, though, because, you know, ByuN really has kind of come back in his skill a lot recently. I know he has a ton of fans out there, so sorry about that. But PartinG, the big boy, going up to the final match against Zest. He beat ByuN, but will that be enough? Going up against Zest?
I don't know, man. I do not know. All I can say is we see why PartinG was at one point in time the best player in the world. That is not how PvT is played. No. But nobody cares. Nobody cares because you win, you go on. Zest, GSL finalist, up against PartinG. Old school world champion. We're going to go to a break. Stick around.